But despite criticism of their handling of the inquiry, the police insist that the murder investigation is still continuing, with 20 officers working on the case. Relatives have passed on the news to Stephen's parents, currently in Jamaica.
You two wait in the car.
Mrs. Lawrence?
Yes. Hello.
Hello there, Mr. Lawrence. Hi, I'm Nick from the Housing Department. Sorry, but this is all we could get at such short notice. But at least they won't know where you live, huh?
Right.
OK, we better go in.
OK. Ooh.
Well, obviously, it will do with a bit of clean-up and stuff.
Will the council take care of that?
They might do. You can try them, but I think it really is your responsibility.
Right. All right.
OK, so I'll leave you to it then. There's the keys.
Thanks.
OK.
Is it? Yeah.
It's in my bedroom. What are you doing?
Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, Paul from the Commissioner's office. I'll take you straight up. Right. Have you had a long wait? No. Good.
Mrs. Lawrence, Paul Condon. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Lawrence, Paul Condon, sir.
Mr. Khan.
Mr. Khan. I'd like to introduce you to the Assistant Commissioner.
Thank you.
This is Ian Johnson. Mrs. Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence. And their solicitor, Mr. Khan. Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, could I begin this meeting by just saying how very disappointed we all are that we haven't caught Stephen's killers. Now, as you'll know from the letter I recently sent to you, that I've always taken a very personal, considerable interest in your case. Racism is something which I don't tolerate. I have no time for it, and in fact you may know that I've actually based my reputation on fighting racism. You have made certain criticisms, and you've made those criticisms publicly, and I think we have to address them. And that's why I'd like to very much to take the opportunity of this meeting to give you sight of a report of an internal inquiry which we've carried out concerning this investigation to date, and which has come to its conclusions. Ian, perhaps if you would just refer to those sections.
This is a document which pertains solely to the investigation into Stephen's death, and I feel very strongly that you should gain sight of it, as has been said. I think maybe, if it's all right with you, if I came and sat between you, it might be easier. Is that okay? You see, we've had one of our top detectives, Chief Superintendent Barker, conduct a review to see if anything went wrong in the investigation. And what I would like to do, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, if you will permit me, is to read you the executive summary, because I feel that we both feel that it would go some way towards putting your mind at rest about a number of things.
Yes.
Is that okay?
It's fine.
Superintendent Barker concludes, This has been and remains an investigation undertaken with professionalism and dedication by a team who have experienced pressures and outside influences on an unprecedented scale. My observations are the investigation has been progressed satisfactorily and all lines of inquiry correctly pursued.
Yes, well, there you have it. All lines of inquiry correctly pursued. You see now, with the opportunity of this meeting, what we want to put to you is, and make it quite clear, is that we are not responsible for Stephen's killers going free. It is not our responsibility. I want to propose a new inquiry, a no-holds-barred inquiry, which will be headed up by our top detectives. And we will also be employing techniques and methods which we reserve for our most important cases.
When you say a new inquiry, you mean a new criminal investigation?
Yes.
Right? And so that might produce new evidence?
This is what we want.
So
yes.
There could be a new prosecution, right?
Yes. Look, we all want the same thing. In this room, we all want the same thing. We want to catch these people. Now, my preference is that we do this together. And that requires your cooperation. And what I'm asking you is, can I rely upon your cooperation?
Let me get this clear. You want us to cooperate with you, and you'll cooperate with us.
Yes.
What if 6 months down the line, it doesn't work out and you can't prosecute? What then?
What I can assure you is that a full new investigation will proceed, and it's my hope and it's my belief that that investigation will lead to a prosecution, in which case this
and
question would be...
And what if it doesn't? You still haven't answered my question.
I just feel that this is possibly the conversation for a further time. Let's stay with the inquiry. Let's see what that produces.
My name is Neville Lawrence. I'm trying to find my wife, Doreen. She's a student in she's studying for a humanities degree. Listen, you see Doreen? No, because she said that she would be home by 3 o'clock, and I'm getting a kind of concerned because it's a new neighborhood and everything, and there are only a few places that I think that she could go, because I know that we've both been thinking about Stephen lately, and well, all right, if you can come over here and help me with the kids.
So what makes you think she's gone to Wellall Road?
Well, I don't know whether she gone to Wellall Road, but I just think that she might have gone there because...
She should never go there, man.
Yeah, I know that, but...
It's the next exit, Neville. Neville, look. On the right over there, look. Oh, God, she's crying.
Joy, what
are you doing out here?
Come on and get in the car.
We're looking for you everywhere.
Probably watching us right now, Neville.
Come on and let's go on. Right?
Any one of these houses.
Joy, come on and let's...
I'm going to find them.
Just go on.
I'm going to find out what the police know and what they're hiding from us. And if they won't prosecute, we'll prosecute, won't we? Yeah?
All right.
We'll do that for Stephen.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, come on. I'm just...
We're looking everywhere for you.
We'll do something you wouldn't want to change, yeah? Look at all these houses, and you need to tell me nobody saw anything. God, Cheryl, look at this place. Look at this.
It's nasty.
Right on the street. Right
we don't need to be here. Let's go.
Houses.
Let's go. We don't need to be here.
Good afternoon, Tooks Court. Can I help you?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah, no. It's 3 o'clock, we were told.
Hello, can I help you?
Okay, bye.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Maxwell's in conference.
Well, it's quite plain from the papers who did it, and it's quite plain from the papers that the police completely bungled the investigation. In 48 hours after the killing, dozens of people contacted the police and always gave them a combination of the same names. The Acourt brothers, Dobson, Norris. They were well-known knife carriers and had a fearsome reputation for violence. But although people told the police witnesses saw the gang running away after the murder and washing off bloodstains, they didn't arrest them for 2 weeks. Well, the forensic evidence was lost. That's only valid for 48 hours, so that disappeared. But also it gave them time to intimidate and frighten the witnesses, so that when the police finally got back to the source of all this information, because by now the entire Brooke estate knew who'd killed Stephen Lawrence, when the police got back to the source, he'd had the frighteners put on him and would say nothing. I mean, that it took 2 weeks is an extraordinary, unbelievable example of incompetence, procrastination, fumbling to an extraordinary degree.
That's what they're trying to cover up. You know, they don't want it to come out that, you know, this procrastination and fumbling, you know, was a police evidence of police incompetence. But, you know, at the end of the day, these were 15 and 16-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They were younger than Stephen. I can't understand how.
But they had a certain reputation because David Norris has a father, Clifford Norris, who's a major league drug smuggler and believed to be involved in some 12 gangland slayings. He was quite a serious character.
Are you saying that because of, you know, his father, that he had some kind of influence over the police, that there was some kind of corruption?
Possible. Nothing we can prove. To succeed, first we have to go to a magistrate and persuade him to send the suspects for trial at the Old Bailey at a committal hearing or a pre-trial. Now, most private prosecutions fall at this hurdle. But if we can get beyond that, there's a chance we can get the case heard by a jury. But if we do fail at any stage, then the suspects will be acquitted and walk free forever.
Oh no, you got left all the things out on the table.
Sorry, Mum.
Well, I'm here doing it now, so never mind. Oh, good girl, you're doing your lunch.
You all right, Dad? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Imran says that we can sit in the court.
Yeah?
Same as them.
So we'll be sitting near them. You all right with that?
I believe I'm all right with that.
Mr. Mansfield.
Sir, I appear on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. The charge is murder. We seek leave to take this matter to the Old Bailey to have the issues involved heard in front of a jury.
Thank you.
Please read the affirmation.
I, Dwayne Brooks, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mr. Mansfield.
Can you tell us what you saw the day that Stephen Lawrence died?
We just left the bus stop, and Steve asked me if I could see the bus. And that was when I saw them come running across the road. It all happened so fast. I saw one of them pulling out something from his jacket, and before that, shouted out, what, nigger. I told Steve, run, Steve, run. It seemed like he didn't hear me. And then they was on him.
Did you attend identification parades?
Yes.
Did you pick anyone out?
Yes, 2 people.
What role did they play that night?
They were in the gang that attacked Steve.
And do you see the people you picked out in court today?
Yes, I do.
Sir, we can show that Dwayne Brooks picked out Neil Acorte and Luke Knight from identity parades.
Mr. Brooks, how many statements have you made?
2. 3, I can't really remember.
Would you say the descriptions you have given in those statements have been accurate in all respects?
Yeah, well, I don't know, of course.
Yeah. So it's correct, is it then, when you describe in your statement of the morning of April the 23rd, the attacker as having lightish hair, noticeably frizzy with a curtain-style fringe?
Well, I don't know, yeah.
Can you tell us, please, what colour hair Mr. Acorte and Mr. Knight had?
It's dark.
And how long were the attackers visible to you, say you?